Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is an update video. First, let's talk books. I have been reading, so if you follow me on Goodreads, you'll be able to see the books I have read since my last update. The current book I am reading is Wally Lamb's newest release, The River is Waiting. I have read 3 of his other books and love them. They are usually hard-hitting, real life. I want to hug this book. I want to hug everyone in it. Everyone in this book needs a hug. In a nutshell, because I don't want to give it away, a tragedy happens and a guy is sent to prison. But you sympathize with him. You absolutely 100% do. It's so good. It's pretty thick. I mean, I've already annotated 2 spots. And I am about 120 pages in. I am leaving for the Stitch, New Jersey retreat tomorrow. And because you're seeing this, I mean, I'm filming this on Tuesday, July 15th. I don't know when you exactly will be watching this. People watch these at all different times. But I am going to the New Jersey retreat. I am not taking this. This is a hefty book. I'm going to be taking my Kindle to do any reading. But yeah, I got this from Book of the Month last month. Highly recommend. Yeah. Now, I do have a book counter that I keep in the library that I got. I will link it down below. I got it from Etsy and it's 3D printed. You can personalize it, obviously. So books read by Danielle this year. I've read 48 books this year. I had only set my goal at 52 because I was thinking 1 book a week. Most likely I'm going to surpass that given that we are in July. Last year I read 110 books. I don't know if I'll make that, but 48 is really good as far as I'm concerned. So, but yeah, I will link this down below because they give you enough dice where you can, you just move the numbers, you can see. But you can get different colors. It's very cute. I absolutely love it. All right, stitching. So my current project is from the Just Cross Stitch June 2022 issue, and it is by Rona Nori, and it is Bloom Where You Are Planted. I love this so much, and I'm not going to pull it out of the Q-Snap because that's what I have it in, so you're going to be able to see where I'm at in the piece. And if you see that banner is white, I wound up changing the colors in my banner because this is where I'm at. So I have all of this done up here done. I'm on the word planted and those flowers. Love the colors. But, so this fabric is by DMC. The Ada that they hand dye, they have like 3 or 4 colors. This is Sandcastle, Stardust, something. I don't remember. It's the yellowy one because they have like a yellow one, a blue one, a green one, a pink one. I love them. I got this at Michael's and just started stitching this on it. But when I got to the banner, I had stitched a little bit. So the banner is done in white, but like the darker parts are done in gray, and it just wasn't showing up. And I said, okay, I have to change the colors in this. Now, blue was the only color that wasn't in this piece. Like, I loved pink, loved purple, loved green, but it needed to be something that wasn't one of those colors. So I converted it, and I think it actually turned out really, really good. I'm very pleased with the banner. And the back stitch I did in black. The back stitch they did in the darker gray color in the pattern. So I decided to not even do that. I wanted it black. So this is coming along. And on Sunday, I was able to stitch for the first time in a while for a good period of time. I watched almost 2 movies and stitched. And we all know as stitchers, stitching is not a fast hobby. First of all, it's not a race, right? but it's not fast. So in 2 hours, this is what I had done. This is what I got done. It doesn't look like a lot, but yeah. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That was longer than 2 hours. It was probably more along the lines of 3 hours, because 2 movies, an hour and a half. I watched Presumed Innocent with Harrison Ford. I've seen that movie a bunch of times. Absolutely love it. And the other one was Disclosure. Michael Douglas, Demi Moore. Another one that I've seen a bunch of times and absolutely love. So that is that. I'm not taking that piece to the retreat because I'm using my Lowry stand with that. When I go to the retreat, I am taking perforated paper projects, which I will show you when I'm bringing. But I wanted to show you in a stitching tray that I got a couple months ago and just never showed it. This is from Palmetto South Designs on Etsy, and I will link it down below, the tray, and his store, because he has a couple things. And I'm going to try to show this. You know what? I'm going to show it this way. I'm going to flip you guys around and this way. That way you can really see it. So if you see, you can get it monogrammed. I have mine with my initial and my name. So I keep my scissors, my seam ripper, and then I have been using to highlight the pattern Crayola Twistables colored pencil. You don't have to sharpen it, because I have had a great fear, I used to use a highlighter, of dropping the highlighter on my fabric and making a mark. Don't want to do that. The pencil, brilliant. These are my needle minders, but he has 2 magnets here that you can but I like to just put needle minders there. And then this is my snag nabbit I keep here. Now, this is felt right here. And what I normally do when I'm not working with multiple colors so much, like I was changing colors quite a bit in that piece that I was doing. If I have one color, I'll put the bobbin here, and then I will roll this up and put the thread here, and it stays. This is for a space for an Ort jar. You can customize this tray. You don't have to get the Ort jar, I don't think. These jars don't come with the tray. I bought these jars in a set of 5 off of Etsy, all different colors. I will also link those down below. This is a pin cushion. Normally, sometimes I will have the snag nabbit like this. I'll have it stuck in there, but you can put needles, pins, whatever. He has 50 some different choices of fabric for this that you can pick. And then the slots for the bobbins. Now, I had written him, because my bobbins are 3 millimeters thick. They are the Pip and Chip bobbins. So I wanted to make sure that these fit in here. And they do, because I'm glad I wrote him though, because he was able to, and why is that not sitting? I don't know why it's not there. It's straight now. He adjusted this to make it fit. So the slots would normally fit the plain cardboard bobbins, but so many people have these. Yeah. But this tray, I want to say it was $40. 40 something, maybe 45. It's wonderful. I absolutely love it. It keeps everything nice and neat and organized, because I am surely that kind of person, that kind of stitcher. So I will link this down below. But yeah, love that tray so very much. Okay, so the pieces I am taking to the retreat. The retreat does not start until Thursday at 3 o'clock. I am going tomorrow, Wednesday. I did it 1 year and absolutely loved it, because I'm able to get there and decompress, unpack my bag, and then wake up Thursday refreshed, enough sleep. I get my coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, which is literally right around the corner. I park my ass in the lobby and watch everybody come in. It's great fun, because the retreat doesn't start until 3 o'clock. So I get up on Thursday like 7, 8. I got time to kill. I got like 7 hours to kill, right? But yeah, so I am there Wednesday and I come home Sunday. So literally like 2.5 full days of stitching. There are even some people that come Wednesday and stitch in the lobby. Me, when I get there Wednesday, I get my room, I unpack, I get dinner, and then I like relax in the room because I have like a 3-hour ride and I'm like 90 miles on the turnpike. It's tense. Like I'm usually a little harried by the time I get there. And it's always so motherfucking hot. Like it has been, I don't know where you are in the world. It has been so hot here. Hot. So I'm usually cooked by the time I get there. But yeah, okay, the projects I am taking. I had the smart wherewithal because I'm stitching all of these on perforated paper, 18 count perforated paper. I decided to, wait a minute, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. That was only 1 second for you, but that was like 45 minutes for me. Bill came home early, and so sitting, catching up on the day, chatting with him. Okay, so like I said, what I wound up doing, thinking of, I didn't want my patterns or paper getting bent in my stitching bag, because this is my stitching bag. I've had this for quite a while. This is a Vera Bradley tote, and I got it on eBay, brand new with the tags for like $40, which was a huge deal because those bags can be pricey. But this is the cardboard that when you buy a pack of perforated paper, it comes in it. So I just opened up 2 packs and used paper clips to keep it together. Okay, so the first pattern, and not that I'll even get to all these at the retreat, but I will stitch these at some point. This is from Popcorn Cat Stitchery on Etsy. Strive for progress, not perfection. I need to constantly tell myself this because I'm very critical of myself. If you've watched the channel for any length of time, I have probably gained and lost 40 pounds like 4 times. I have the biggest struggle with my weight and just with eating too much junk and overeating because it's a comfort. And so I struggle with a lot of stuff. But I love this so much. It's very simple. Yeah. And I will do my best to link all of these down below. So if you guys want to go and get them for yourself. This one is by Pixel and Floss. Books are my love language. Like, come on now. Yeah, wanted to stitch something for the library. Really like that. Then the Stitcher Hood, who has been around for actually quite some time now. I have freebie patterns of hers that are really years old. Mermaid Tales. So I loved this, that she was reading a book. And I actually picked a variegated sulky I am going to use to stitch this. It has like blues and greens in it, so I love her hair. But yeah, the fact that she was reading a book, that's what drew me to it. Oh, I lied. The 4th pattern I'm stitching on 14 count white paper because it is already so small. Oh, I'm bringing 5 things. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 patterns. Because when I went to my last retreat, I was so lovingly called psychotic for only bringing 1 project. This is by Fiddlesticks AU. Again, these are all from Etsy. Reading books never hurt anyone. So this is already just 5.5 by 3.5 on 14 count. So I loved the colors in this though. And then the last one is by Stitcherovia, and you will see I have bought some patterns here in the last month or so, and a lot are from Stitcherovia on their Etsy store. This one is called When Life Gives You Lemons. I love her aesthetic so much for her patterns. So absolutely loved that. So I will be taking all of those to the retreat. What I will be stitching on is anyone's guess. But at least I will have some projects to work on once I am done the bloom where you're planted. Okay, let's put these back together. Okay. Another little tool that I got recently is a pattern like keeper thing. These are actually made for knitting patterns, but you can use them for cross stitch. This one is like purple suede. I got it off of Amazon. I owned one years and years ago. And then in the grant, in getting rid of things, I probably got rid of it because I couldn't find it. But this just, and this is the rest of the pattern, but it stays and it doesn't really go anywhere. But it comes with this and then 4 other, so I just held the pattern on there and the key. I love this because it's nice and it folds up. You can see. It's nice to not have to have the pattern on what I'm working on the fabric, on the paper. So yeah. All right, patterns that I have recently purchased. Well, here is a pattern that is from the most recent Just Cross Stitch magazine that I really liked. Summer 2025 issue. It is called Breathe. Now, they have it like this. So it's charted just with black. I think that's charted. No. Yes, 310 black. But look what they did. They used watercolors and they colored it after they stitched. I'm really curious. You must have to be like really gentle with it because I would feel like the paint would want to run, above or past the stitch lines. But what a neat concept. So I was very intrigued, and so I printed this one out because I really want to be able to do this one at some point. Okay, purchases. I've started watching FlossTube again, and let me say, I'm impressed. I'm impressed because a lot of these people, the videos are very edited now. Like people put stuff up on the screen when they're talking and they're able to show all kinds of stuff, and I'm just not that fancy. I just show you what I show you and that's it. But someone was, I forget who was stitching this, and I liked the pattern so much. I love Lizzie Kate anyway. I love her aesthetic as well. And this one is Dear Santa, I've Been Good. And I actually love both of these. Love that one. But this is the one that person stitched, and I really love that. And it even comes with the buttons. Like there are little accents. It even comes with it. So Lizzie Kate. And then I owned this pattern that I'm about to show you at one time, probably when it first came out. This is by Cottage Garden Samplings, and it's Halloween Sampler. I saw it again when I was perusing 1, 2, 3 Stitch one night, and I'm like, I need to get that. I need to stop doing that is what I need to do. Buying a pattern, getting rid of it, and buying it again. How many times have I done that? Way too many to count. Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. Love, love, love Halloween stitching, but really love this. And it's stitched on copper penny linen. I don't know about that, but might be able to use the copper. Joblin makes a copper even weave, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, love that. But okay, more patterns from Etsy. Stitch Robia's Let It Snow. I love this one so much, and it only calls for 2 colors, white and DMC 964. And I was even thinking about stitching this on navy perforated paper or navy Aida, because you want to stitch this on a darker color to have it pop like that. Love that one. Okay. Another Stitch Robia. A lot of these are Stitch Robia. Be a Flamingo. Absolutely. Be a Flamingo in a Flock of Pigeons. Loved that so much. Tiny Modernist Halloween calendar. I did not get this when it came out, but can you even right now? There are a bunch of Stitch Rovia patterns that I actually love that I have in my Etsy cart. Morning Coffee by Stitch Rovia. Yes. Morning has broken, coffee has spoken. Love that. This one I was actually going to take this to the retreat and stitch it, but I decided to bring a whole bunch of smaller ones. This is by the Happy Sloth, and it's called I Am Not Responsible. This is solidly stitched. I am not responsible for what my face does when you talk. I love the woman drinking the cup of coffee or tea. It looks very vintagey, and I love vintage cross-stitch patterns like that with these women. Yeah. I read Past My Bedtime by Stitch Rovia, something else I'd wanted to stitch for the library. It's kind of a bigger pattern though. This one I was like, I have to stitch for my office. It's called At My Desk. Look at all of the motifs. You know, pens and a typewriter and a cup of coffee and a plant and just all kinds of notebooks and rulers, and love it so, so much. You would finish like the ruler and it would be a small finish. Like, I love this so much. And I was thinking of stitching it on perforated paper. We'll see. So the last three patterns that I have are by KCB. And these patterns are from 2005 and 2006. And I owned all of these at that time. But again, clearing out stash, and was like, I'm not going to stitch that. Cute, you know, 18 years later, then I want them. They have long been out of print, so people are on eBay selling these for crazy, ridiculous prices like the hard copy. But KCB has an Etsy store, and I came upon it completely by accident one day. And so this was the first one that I bought, Hot Cocoa Sampler. Now, my two favorite patterns from her are her cherry cheesecake sampler and her chocolate cake sampler. I noticed I did not see them on her Etsy store. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to message her and say, hey, do you have these patterns? Would you mind adding them to your Etsy store? She did. Here is the cherry cheesecake sampler. Don't you just love that? I don't even like cheesecake, but I love that. I love this so much. But my favorite one is the chocolate cake. Look at that cake. I love this one so much. So I will be stitching these at some point. She also has a whole bunch. Caramel apple. She has like lemon meringue pie, strawberry shortcake. She has a bunch. So I will link. What I'm going to do is link these stores down below, like Stitch Rovia's store, KCB's store, Happy Sloth. Yeah. All right. Diamond painting. I will take you over there and show you Dee Dee because I have gotten more done. And I'll show you something else that I have done to the backs of some of these diamond paintings that are hanging in this room. But I haven't bought a diamond painting in a really long time, until Amazon Prime Day. So I received an email from Diamond Art Club that said for Amazon Prime Day, which was July 8th through the 11th, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Their kits that were in their Amazon storefront were 20% off. I had never seen this one. Pick your poison. This is considered, this is in their Little Diamonds, Lil, L-I-L category. I loved that so much. It's only 13 by 13. There are 2 fairy dust diamonds in this and then 1 sequins. Yes. This was only $19.99 when I bought it. It's now back up to $24.99, which was what it was, but I love that so much. I was like, I'm going to get that. But let's flip you around. Show you my progress on Dee Dee, and we will chat about, you see release papers on here, right? Okay, so there's my progress. I've gotten quite a bit done. I love this diamond painting. So I am using the small mesh ruler. And I know I said this in my last update, the small mesh ruler allows me to line it up better, because when you have the long one, by the time you get out to here, the symbols aren't lining up. But if I do a small section like this, I can line it up. I mean, look how perfect the mesh ruler makes your diamonds. It's astounding. So I don't know if you're like me, but the clear cover that was on this, it makes me insane. When I would try to like pull it down, it wouldn't tear evenly. And I was like, okay, guess what? I'm going to tear the whole thing off and put release papers down. And I actually cut the release papers to match the size of this. So that took me a hot minute. There's like 3 different kinds of release papers on here because I ran out, but I have a ton of them. So I didn't really run out, but I had to wind up using 3 different designs. But yeah, so all ready to go. Love this diamond painting so much. Okay, so these 2 diamond paintings, this one and this one, when I had hung them with, you can see they're hung by the magnetic hangers. For some reason, when I put the glitter washi tape on the edges, it was like bubbled, like warped a little bit, and that bugs me. I know for some people, and I'm the only one that sees them in this room. There's no one that comes to visit, not hardly. So it was just for my own brain calmness. I don't even know what the word is for that. I was like, there has to be a way that I can straighten out the edges of this diamond painting. I initially had the thought of getting self-adhesive foam core and putting them on foam core. But I was like, if I do that, it would be bulk behind it. And I didn't think I'd be able to fit it in the magnetic frame. So I'm sitting there diamond painting one weekend, and I was like, oh my God. When I cleaned out our hall linen closet like 3 months ago, and I came across a huge roll of decorative contact paper, and it's this design. I used it when I covered this. When I had my old diamond painting table, I had covered the top of it. So here's what I did. I'm going to show you. I put it on the back, and it worked. I mean, look, if you look at this from the side, it's perfectly straight now. And I did it with this one too, which is now perfectly straight. I mean, when I would sit at this table, I would sit down here, and what I would see was the edge of this one, and it bugged me so much. I am just in love. So now every time I finish a diamond painting, I am going to put the contact paper on the back, and it's going to completely straighten it out. Brilliant though, just brilliant. I was so proud of myself when that idea came to me, right? But yeah, that's all I have to share with you today. Yeah, I am so looking forward to the retreat. It is a much needed getaway, and to see all of my friends. I can't wait. You know, Jill hasn't been to a retreat in a really, really long time, and she's going to be there. So I haven't seen her in person in over 2 years. So that's going to be a special treat also. But I hope you guys are all having a good day whenever you do watch this, and a good summer. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.